Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, delicious meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons. And me being the sole cook in the house, it is easier for me to make one meal than to try to be a short order cook. But you'll see variations to that, and I will explain as we go. So tonight is Monday night, and this is not something I have made in a very, very long time. I don't even remember the last time. Probably 10 years ago, wouldn't surprise me. This is cottage pie. You might also know it as shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is traditionally fixed with ground lamb because shepherds, but anything else is like any other meat, deer, beef, turkey, chicken, anything like that, ground meat is considered cottage pie. So that's what this is. This is half deer meat and half ground turkey. I will post the recipe that I loosely based this off of in the show notes because I did change a few things. I went with a low carb version, but I did add in peas and more carrots than it called for. And then I also added in some leftover green beans that were in the refrigerator that needed used from last week. We're going to kind of scoop some of this out so you can see what the filling looks like. So I browned the meat and the onion together. So I added some celery from the freezer, some garlic, the peas, carrots, and green beans, a couple of really good heaping tablespoons of tomato paste. What else did I throw in there? Some herb seasoning that's been in the drawer for a while. It's just it called for fresh rosemary and something else. Now I don't remember. Thyme. And I don't obviously have fresh herbs. So I just used the dried herb mix, and I figured that would taste good, and it did. I did taste the filling before I finished it up. What else was in there? Some broth. I don't even remember. And then I dumped it all into, you can go by the recipe. From there, I generally followed it. I dumped it all into, this is a little bit bigger around than a 9 by 13 inch pan, but it's shallower. It's not as deep. And then I did almost an entire head of cauliflower into mashed cauliflower. You could totally do regular mashed potatoes if you're not doing low carb. It would probably taste even better because potatoes. And then I baked it at 350 for about 20 minutes. And then I topped it with some cheese just because cheese makes everything better. And then baked it for another 5-10 minutes or so. And I did go ahead and dip my kids out so that one, it could start cooling off, and then two, so you could see what it looks like inside. And then if you need to extend this even further, this is already a really inexpensive, really good amount of food. My husband and I haven't dipped out of this yet. But if you need to extend it even further, you could totally serve this over rice, noodles, up the amount of mashed potatoes that you put on it, anything like that to kind of bulk it up. And that you could also keep it low carb for you if you need to eat it, and then serve just make the noodles on the side, the rice on the side, that kind of thing. So hopefully the kids like this. We'll see. I thought about every meal giving you I have 5 kids, age 14 down to 4, giving you a rating on how many of the kids actually liked it and ate it. We'll see whether that actually happens. So, all right, that is Monday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and sorry if you hear music in the background. My kids are watching Supermarket Sweep. Who remembers that show and loves it as much as we do? So I decided to do something quick and easy tonight. I did not sleep at all last night. I deal with bouts of insomnia, and most of the time it's not that big of a deal, but every once in a while she rears her ugly head. So I was tired and just out of it for most of the day today. So this is the frozen burger patties from Aldi. I will say I have now bought the higher fat ones and the lower fat ones. I definitely recommend the higher fat ones. They are way better, way juicier. Go for the higher fat ones. I know it seems like you're wasting fat, but cook the burgers, and then if you cook them in a pan, saute like some zucchini in there and use the fat for something, and it's delicious. So anyway, those, and I had my husband pick up some burger buns for me because I didn't realize that I was out until last second. And then we have coleslaw, which is a really good, quick and easy low carb side, and then a not low carb side of some boxed mac and cheese. And I did get a little too much milk in this, so we added like, I don't know, maybe a third of a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and that will kind of help tighten that up as it cools. And then I have actually some sauteed zucchini left over from another day in the refrigerator, so I will warm that up as a second side for me. Especially, I can't do a whole lot of raw vegetables still, so I won't eat a whole lot of the coleslaw, so I would like another vegetable. I will probably do burger for me on lettuce bun, because I really like doing that. So quick and easy. I didn't even like ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce as the toppings for the burgers. I don't even have sliced cheese. There's no like tomato or onions or bacon or anything fun like that. We're doing quick and easy. So that is Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and I forgot to mention this is kind of being a wing it week, which just means I'm pretty much out of all of my planned meals, so I'm figuring it out as I go. So we still have a half a pack of the burger buns that my husband picked up because the kids are the only ones that eat them, and my littlest two, I split a burger between them. They don't need a whole burger. They're only 6 and 4. So, you know, one burger is enough. So I thought, you know what, I need to come up with something else to do with the other 4 burger buns. And my kids have asked a couple of different times if I can make sloppy joes again, because it's been a long time since I've made them. I don't know how to make sloppy joes low carb while still tasting good. Because growing up, we always put ketchup and brown sugar in it. So I am used to a sweet sloppy joe. If I don't do sweet, and I have tried like all of the keto versions, they just aren't the same. So this has low sugar ketchup, but I did put brown sugar in that. So because of that, I'm not going to eat this. But at lunch today, I made myself a couple of chicken thighs. So I'm just going to eat another one of those and the side dishes. So that's sloppy joes, and that's a pound of ground turkey and a pound of ground deer. I have potato wedges in here that I just did in the air fryer. I'm not sure how long I ended up doing them. Probably 40, 45 minutes at 400 degrees. They could have gone less than that, but my kids really like them crispy. So, and those I just seasoned with, I tossed them in bacon grease and then seasoned them with some seasoned salt. And then I went a little overboard on the cheese sauce. Oops. I always do that. I always either make too much cheese sauce or not enough cheese sauce. But my husband would be like, no, it's perfect. So I just did some steamed broccoli with cheese sauce on it. And the potatoes dipped in the cheese sauce is delicious. So we'll just do that. And I will do some of the potatoes. It's not super low carb. It's definitely not keto super friendly. But I cheat every once in a while, and I'm fine with it because the other side and my meat is going to be completely low carb. So yeah. All right. That is Wednesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and tonight the kids are having breakfast for dinner, which is one of their favorites. So tonight we have our eggs, all our eggs. Our chickens have picked up over the last few days, and we're getting upwards of 6 eggs a day, which is awesome. So yeah, eggs, smoked sausage, and then a fruit salad is a great way of using up little bits of what you have, like a couple apples and an orange and some frozen blueberries and whatnot. So that's what I did, and I made plenty. And then this is the chocolate cake from the food pantry today, and you will have seen that video already. This is one of those meals that my kids will gladly come back and eat seconds of So there is a little bit more scrambled eggs, plenty more sausage. I purposely made a lot of the fruit salad because they will probably end up having that tomorrow night with pizza. And then there is one small chunk left for each one of them of the chocolate cake. For me, I have no idea. I'm not super hungry. I ate because we went to the food pantry and I filmed it. I didn't eat lunch until close to 2. So at 6:30, I'm not really all that hungry. Yeah, so I don't know. We've got some leftovers of different meals, and I could always eat some of the eggs and sausage and be fine. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Not a big deal. So yeah. All right, that is Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that is store-bought, sometimes it's homemade. It is pretty much never takeout because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered to us. And I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas for a whole lot cheaper and a whole lot faster. So we just don't do it. So tonight I ended up using all of those, that bag of dinner rolls that I got. I'm trying to remember what they were called. Let's dig through the trash and find out. Hard rolls. It was a 12 count thing of hard rolls. I used 4 of them for lunch today to make the kids kind of like baked sandwiches. And then the rest I'm using for dinner tonight. So they got all used. So I did just pasta sauce and then mozzarella cheese on all of them. And then half of them have pepperoni and half of them have cheese. Put them in the oven, 400 degrees for about 10-12 minutes, and then I turn the broiler on just for like a minute or 2, just enough to kind of brown the cheese. Nothing major. And that works out great because that's enough for tonight, and then they will have those as leftovers for lunch tomorrow. And there may even be some left after that for leftovers on Sunday. We'll see. I have made myself chaffles, which I have not done in forever, just haven't felt like doing them. I will put this recipe in the show notes. It's super, super easy because it is just cheese, egg, a little bit of almond flour, and then if you want to add in other things to them to make them flavored, you can. So tonight I just chopped up some pepperoni and mixed in, and then you just make them in your waffle maker. This made 4. 2 of them were a little on the small side, which is fine. I will only eat 2 of them probably, just because too much dairy and the nut flour makes my belly hurt. So I just know how to behave myself. So I will eat a couple of those dipped in the pasta sauce to make them pizza-esque flavored, and I might end up coming up with something else. I need to, because the other thing that they're having is fruit salad, which I won't be eating either. So maybe a small salad, or I don't know, I'll come up with something. Tonight is also the one night a week that we do dessert for sure. Usually 1 or 2 other nights through the week, we might do something small. Like I'll go get a piece of chocolate or something like that for the kids. And then like a lot of times my older 2 have goodies that they have gotten from youth group or church or something like that. But Friday night, we always do dessert. And what I will do is I will pull out whatever dessert items we have. I know we've got some vanilla ice cream. We've got those banana pudding ice cream sandwiches that we got the other night. There's some cheesecake still. There's some cupcakes left over from a birthday last month. They're in the freezer, so they're fine. I'm trying to think what else we have. I don't know. But anyway, I pull all of it out and I let the kids choose whatever they want. They get to pick 1 item or like 2 small portions of 2 items or whatever. It's complicated sometimes with 5 kids. But yeah, if I have dessert, I will just do some chocolate or a few bites of, my husband picked up some keto ice cream the other day from Aldi. The last time we were at the grocery store. The other day, it's 3 weeks ago. So I can eat a few bites of that. The fake sugars don't set well with my stomach. They never have, even before I started having stomach issues due to illness in the past. But yeah, those fake sweeteners are not my friend. So yeah, but that is Friday night. The kids are in the living room picking out a movie. So that is it. We will see you tomorrow night. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I always make a big dinner so that we have leftovers, and I will explain why here in just a minute. So tonight we have a whole roasted chicken. This is the chicken from the food pantry. I cut up the backbone of it so that it's butterflied out. I think the other name for it is a spatchcock chicken, but I'm pretty sure a spatchcock chicken you cut all the way through and you make it into 2 separate pieces. I don't remember. Anyway, I roast this at 375 for like 2.5 to 3 hours, which I know sounds crazy long, but it makes the juiciest, most tender fall apart chicken. It's so good. About 15 minutes before it was done, I brushed it really, really well with barbecue sauce and let that bake for a little bit so it kind of gets tacky and delicious. And it is the way that I get my one meat picky eater to eat chicken. Slather it with barbecue sauce. With that, we have a container of the frozen mashed potatoes from the food pantry, and I just thawed those out and then heated them in the pan. I did nothing else to them. This batch actually turned out really thick. Sometimes they get a little runny, but this batch did not. So, hey, yay. We have I cooked a spaghetti squash in the oven and then shredded it out and mixed it with mixed it with the other half of this plant-based cheese spread, garlic and herb. This stuff was really good. And so I stirred that into it and then put it in the pan and topped it with some mozzarella cheese and baked it just long enough for everything to get heated through and the cheese to get all melty and browned on the top. That looks delicious. I'm going to have so much of that. And then I pulled a quart-size bag of our green beans that we grew out, and I steam those until they're done, and then I saute them in bacon grease and some powdered garlic and some minced garlic right at the end, and yum. Those kind of taste like the green beans from Chinese restaurants. My husband loves those, and I can't even remember the last time we went to a Chinese restaurant because diet restrictions. So, yeah, that is our Saturday night meal. If you are new here, that is the end of our week of meals. I don't cook on Sundays. The kids kind of do like a self-serve breakfast for the most part. And then when we get home from lunch tomorrow, I will pull out whatever leftovers we have in the refrigerator. And I know that we have quite a bit this week. I pull out all of the leftovers and the kids get to pick and choose whatever they want. If they want chicken and sloppy joes and hot dog, that's fine. That's what they can have. If they want nothing but vegetables, fine. It is all about getting the leftovers used. I don't make anything that's like unnutritious really, so I'm not worried about them having weird plate of food, but it is all about getting those leftovers used because I hate food waste. So that's what we do for lunch, and then tomorrow for dinner I pull out charcuterie board things. So dried fruit, cured meats, goat cheese, crackers, chocolate, pickles, not chocolate pickles. Ew, I said that too close together. We've got pistachios right now. Anything snacky-wise that you would normally put on a charcuterie board, I put all of the containers out on the counter, and I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want once again. And on that meal, I even bust out paper plates because we really try to just enjoy the day off. We go to church, and then the rest of the day we goof off. If it's nice out, we'll take a walk or ride bikes, go out in the woods. If it's cold, we'll watch YouTube, do board games, put together a puzzle, a lot of times knit and crochet, listen to an audiobook, those kind of things. And the two big kids usually go to youth group. They won't tomorrow because Super Bowl. And we don't watch the Super Bowl. So, yeah. We watched it 1 year. And I don't think I even watched most of it. And it was just because our hometown's football team was in it. So we watched it that 1 year. Other than that, yeah, it's just, I'm not a sportsy person if you hadn't figured that out yet. So, yeah, that is everything. I will try to remember to post any relevant recipes in the show notes. And if you have any questions about anything I make and want some more details on it, please just feel free to ask. I am an old school country cook where I cook from memory and cook from heart and very rarely use recipes. So yeah, I that's how I was raised cooking. So yeah. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.